Everyone, this is What Elon Said, where we provide commentary on all of Elon Musk's tweets and his interviews. And today is Monday, March 7th, 2022. This is Kevin, and that's Mark, and we'll jump right into it. So we got a direct tweet from Elon yesterday saying, hopefully it is now extremely obvious that Europe should restart dormant nuclear power plants or power stations and increase power output of existing ones. This is critical to national and international security. Followed by, for those who mistakenly think this is a radiation risk, pick what you think is the worst location. I will travel there and eat locally grown food on TV. Yes. I did this in Japan many years ago, shortly after Fukushima. Radiation risk is much, much lower than most people believe. Also, nuclear is vastly better for global warming than burning hydrocarbons for energy. So a very controversial tweet here. As usual, just kick it right off into controversy land with nuclear power. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on this one, Mark?
I thought it's very interesting. I mean, he's been amping up the nuclear power discussions lately. I'm glad he's doing it, actually, because the incident that is happening in Ukraine right now, where there was almost a nuclear explosion from a nuclear power plant, is rare, and I think that is going to scare people away from nuclear power again. And I'm glad when there's a lot of push towards nuclear power. I know Mark Andreessen has been doing the same lately, where people are pushing that we actually should not be scared from that. Let's push back. Let's get what it really is better for the planet. Than the rewards way outweigh the risks. And yeah, the food, I never knew that about Elon. Also, that the food could be eaten. That's pretty amazing. That it's that he's saying the radiation isn't as bad as people think. I don't know.
I will tell you one thing is that when it comes to Elon tweets, it often challenges me to fact check, right, and to dig into a topic that I might not know enough about. Or a situation that I don't know enough about. And, a great place to start is on Twitter in the comments, because there's always a diverse opinion expressed below. But, it's great when it's a great place to find direct sources or other articles to just start digging around and forming your own opinion and to try and gather facts for yourself.
Absolutely. He challenges you all the time.
Yeah, he really does. So, I can't speak one way or the other about nuclear power. I do know that, we have to transition off of fossil fuels. Well, I should say I know, that's my opinion, side with that one. Over time, we're going to need to do that. And I know nuclear is one of the options. We all want to defer to Chernobyl, the Chernobyl disaster, which is a very horrific experience. But I think that is the outlier, as you were suggesting, and not so much the rule for nuclear power.
Yes. So and that was ancient technology, really.
Yes. Without a whole lot of oversight. At least that's my understanding. But again, lots of great comments there beneath these tweets, both pro and against what Elon is saying. I believe this is just more the same there. So
yeah, I think we can move on from that.
Yep. Next is just a retweet about Tesla careers, a link to the careers page for Giga Berlin, which we got the news on Friday is officially opening, and still positions there. And I'm sure there will be for young ongoing future there. But he just is looking for great people to join the team, and he just posts the career page.
Yes. Up here, I know we have a continuation from the tweet before about Elon going to Japan. This is from Gail Alfar, just posting about his visit. He actually visited over to Fukushima, and the person from Hiro Mizuno, a little below. If you go down there, you'll see that he thanked him. He was actually the U.S. I looked into it. I think it was a UN representative or something from Japan, but he said he was Elon Musk was one of the few that traveled to Japan and to the affected regions. So that's pretty amazing. And Elon just tweeted back a nice comment in Japanese. It might be an old saying, sort of like a friend comes or something. I went to translate before. It was
yeah. So a lot of
a true friend is someone who walks away as the world leaves. So
right. So not sure that really translates well to English, right? So you read that, you're like, yeah, you walk away as the world is leaving. I'm not sure that that's what was intended. So I'm not sure if this is a poor Japanese from Elon, or if it's a poor translation from Google.
It might
either way.
I know people gave a lot of other things later, and even Elon did, of the translation. But the gist is that a true friend comes when everyone else is ignoring you or something.
Yeah, so, a true friend walks to you when the world walks away from you.
That's right. That's right.
Mizuno responded and gave a heart and a thumbs up. So
there it is. Yeah, so nice.
I think the meaning was understood.
Yes. So it's just building on what was said before, his comment, and then they showed that it actually happened.
Yeah. All right. Cool pictures here.
Yes.
And I guess he also was starred in a game show while he was there. I saw some tweets underneath.
I didn't know about that. Didn't know about that one.
Pretty humorous. Okay, and then last up we have "You are my favorite hello and my hardest goodbye." A very cryptic tweet from Elon. Not sure exactly who or what he's referring to here, but open to interpretation, I would say.
Yeah, and people were trying to interpret, but no one knows. And of course, the crazy comments below, always interesting.
Of course. Yep.
So I think today we'll move right into likes.
That catches us up with the tweets and replies there. We will shoot down.
Tighter than the last busy couple of days, but he's been liking a lot of things. I know some of them built on what he commented on, but we'll go through these. It's very interesting here. So I know at first we have Eva Fox. Is that the first one here?
Yeah, that's where we left off.
So he liked this, that hi all, my family and I found accommodation, and now we are in an almost safe part of Ukraine. For the first time in 10 days, I feel more relaxed. So I don't know who this is or if he knows her, but it's just good to see stories of some people getting to safe haven from what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a journalist covering Tesla. I see. Okay.
Yep. I guess provides news and journalism for Tasmanian.
Yes.
Followed by Elon Musk and frequent Twitterer, Tesla Twitter personality. All right, here we have Fabio Faria, who, let's see who he is. Minister of Communications, looks like a Brazilian Minister of Communications. Okay, cool. And just saying congrats, Elon. That's in reference to a tweet over the weekend in which Elon said that he's a free speech absolutist and he will not block Russian news sources via Starlink. So we talked about that on the episodes over the weekend, but we know, Elon feels very strongly about that. You can go back to some of the recent commentary and debates about Spotify, Joe Rogan, and misinformation or what could be deemed as misinformation. But I believe he's very much a proponent of holding nothing back, allowing free speech, and letting the people decide on what is right information, what's misinformation.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So here we have the Teslarati said, showed that President Zelensky confirms more Starlink shipments for Ukraine. He invites Elon Musk to visit after the war. So I don't know if he had a conversation with Elon here.
Yeah, this looks like a Zoom chat or
a Zoom chat,
video chat.
Yeah, so it's you know, Zelensky is amazing. He's constantly on Twitter. He's just holding conversations with world leaders all day, and he's showing their support online right after of how they helped or what they said. It's just amazing. But I would say it's a constant barrage of the prime minister of here, the blah, 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 like from every country, except the one standout is just Elon Musk, who's an individual. I haven't seen any other non-government officials. It's as if he's his own government supporting supporting the effort. But the Starlink part is a very crucial part to their communication. Of course, is crucial for winning a war these days. So excellent news. Just we've talked about this a lot in the past, but it's just more comments from Zelensky, and Elon just liked this, so he didn't have any commentary.
Yeah, although there was a great video that Dave Lee did over the weekend related to Starlink's engagement with Ukraine and this particular call as well. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, I'm finding it like heartwarming sort of, this scene here and Elon's involvement. I mean, that's an interesting way of putting it, that he's like his own government, but I think he's really just trying to do the right thing and to support the Ukrainian people and the government there and allow them to have free communications and, just showing the world. I don't think that this is his core motivation, but ultimately it is showing the world kind of some of the altruistic motives of Elon's companies,
Yes, absolutely.
Here we have another Teslarati article. Tesla's Elon Musk predicts self-driving cars will amplify traffic to insane levels. So this is also in relation to one of his comments over the weekend that AI, no one really knows just how good AI is getting at Tesla and how good the AI team is. And, really, he's very confident that their FSD product will be much better than human drivers by the end of this year. And he just thinks of that down the line and thinks that that will result in far more demand for driving and therefore far more traffic. And it's boring.
It's so funny that he's pushing for these technologies because he just knows they need to save more lives and just improve some things, but he knows that these technologies create other problems. But that's just his way. Like, we create this, creates a problem, have to solve that. For instance, he's mentioning this, that it's a lot of traffic. A lot of people offered examples about traffic lights and improving that, making those AI. But the same thing with Neuralink. He knows that Neuralink or AI could be very dangerous, but at the same time, he's pushing AI forward in terms of connecting humans to it, improving AI in the cars, but it could be the downfall of man. So he's pushing us faster in that direction, but he believes that we need to, I guess if he does it, there's more control. And also each problem leads to another problem that we can improve upon.
I mean, that is the evolution of technology in general, right?
Yes.
It's not every new advantage will typically outweigh the disadvantages, but there will be some disadvantages that come along with them too.
It is. But it's just funny seeing the person who's inventing this saying, yeah, this is going to make things worse.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big problem.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to make driving a whole lot more enjoyable, right?
Yes.
And less stressful. Yes. And it's going to save lives.
But it might take a lot longer to get there.
But, it's going to create traffic. There's downsides to it too, but don't worry, we're thinking about them.
That's right.
So we've not completely overlooked that.
Yes.
So here we have Tesla Gigafactories really rock. This is from Gale FR. Starting with the Fremont factory, then Giga Shanghai, and now Giga Berlin in Texas. The future of vehicles is electric thanks to Elon. And it's just really cool montage of Giga Berlin and the festival that they had there. Was that the end of last year? That wasn't this year. Yeah, it was like
last year.
Fall of 21. Yeah.
Scenes to be seen very soon in Austin.
Absolutely. Looking forward to like the grand opening videos. All right. We got Hiro Mizuno.
Yep.
Yes, I know you did that for Fukushima and donated solar panels too. Thanks. Regrettable that Japan can't restart dormant nuclear plant and still have low or very low renewables. So
yeah, it's unfortunate. I actually don't know the situation in Japan of how many other nuclear power plants they have. I can't imagine it's their only one. I know that was a very like a 1960s or 70s built plant. And Elon has commented that it's probably not the best environment to put, especially the older plants where there's tsunamis and earthquakes, to have a plant built around there. So, other renewables would be maybe a better option for Japan.
Yeah. And Hiro also says in Japan, supporters of nuclear powers denounce renewables and vice versa. That benefits fossil fuels, particularly coal. Bad consequence. So yeah, there's at least what Elon says, and back to the fact checking, for me, I don't know, but seems to be a misaligned correlation with nuclear power and dirty energy, right? Where it actually benefits fossil fuels by denouncing nuclear. It often does.
Yes. And especially for a country like Japan that literally has zero natural resources and needs to import everything, you think that they would try to do anything to be energy independent. Right now, they're 100% dependent on any energy that's imported outside of nuclear. So that would make sense. But I don't know. I can't dig into the full story on Japan. I don't know it.
Yeah. Well, a disaster at a plant will kind of sit.
It will definitely do that, and nuclear might not be the right option for that country, as we said. So,
yeah, given their geography, maybe.
Yes, but other renewables, as we know, solar and things like that, will over time replace most other resources, wind and solar. So Gail Alfar again, big like person for Elon. Again, these are just likes. Tesla wins approval to open European assembly plant. That's big news. Yeah. So we're definitely looking forward to that. It's amazing how really Austin and Berlin are going online almost exactly at the same time. So, there has been a delay in production launch for Tesla, but it's going to be ramping up
about to skyrocket.
Yeah, I mean, it's really going to skyrocket, and they're building that. Now they announced that Panasonic's building that huge new battery factory in I think Kansas. And there's also plans to build an enormous battery factory right next to Tesla in Shanghai.
Yeah.
So it's just, things are just going to be cranking for the next couple of years for Tesla.
Yeah, I think you're right. And this is New York Times. So I always am intrigued by the relationship of mainstream media with Tesla. It seems to be complicated.
It's complicated. I find, just from looking up, reading both that Wall Street Journal and Times, that the Wall Street Journal is definitely more anti-Tesla than Tilt than the Times. Seems like the Wall Street Journal is running some investigation or some story on Tesla almost every 2 weeks, and the Times sort of reports it. They never like pro or con, I feel, for at least Tesla's stake. Elon say
I think that's a good approach to take.
Yes.
Highlight the pro and the con, and try to take as an objective of a view and analysis of things as possible.
That's right.
But it's hard to do. I mean, I don't know. I guess Twitter is a good platform for that because you get the extremes of both sides, I would say.
Yes.
And then a good mix of objectionable or objective observers as well. But people definitely tend to be opinionated out there.
Absolutely.
We got Tim Urban here saying psychologists say it's cement shoes we end up regretting most. A common late in life regret is I wish I had quit earlier. And the most common advice of the elderly is don't stay in a job you dislike. So there's just kind of a cool short thread here from Tim Urban.
Yes.
Yeah, about when to quit something, and we have cement shoes on the left that never quits anything, and wing shoes on the right that always quits everything. And
So
we
what
got
do you think
normal
about
shoes.
this? That Elon of all people liked this one. I thought
Mm.
that was interesting. That this would be something I thought he would never like.
Well, now that I look at this, I mean, let's think about that. The last tweet that we covered in his tweets, right? And he's saying you're the hardest to say goodbye to.
Yes, it's true.
I wonder if they're linked at all.
I don't know, but he usually. I mean, is there something he's giving up on? I don't know, because he normally never gives up on anything. He just goes and does it, even though everyone's like, why would anyone continue with that? He just keeps prodding on, So it's interesting. It's interesting that you're
Yeah.
right. There's two tweets sort of related to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe something will come out soon.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. There's, we can always speculate. Maybe he's leaving
Yes.
Tesla. I don't know.
This is the. I was
Yeah.
surprised when I saw this. I was like, this is very unlike him to like this tweet.
Yeah,
So.
Tim saying, for what it's worth, I know more people with cement shoe problems than wing shoe problems. And I mean, let's think about just the past week or so, how much of the focus has been on SpaceX with Starlink communications. It's like all hands on deck.
That's right.
Addressing cybersecurity there, and all the launches.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. You and I have talked about this and speculated it for forever, but when will that time come where he just feels like, hey, I'm running out of time. All focus needs to go to SpaceX, and Tesla's okay. It's going to be fine.
I personally feel it'll be sooner than later, but you never know. Maybe he'll be at both forever. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of Tesla, we have Gail Alfarian says that the Tesla software update 2022 4.4.5.5 release notes include permission request to use cabin camera to help Tesla improve safety features. Very interesting. Tesla wants to be super clear that none of the data is linked to your vehicle identification number. So you're giving permission to Tesla to look at you in the car at all times. I didn't even know there was an interior camera. That's interesting. That's kind of freaky. I don't know why there's an internal camera, but now I guess we know that it's for this purpose. I'm personally not thrilled with that knowledge, but but it's in there and it's supposedly anonymous and it'll improve. They're doing it to improve stuff. I'm sure there's altruistic motives and I'm sure it's completely fine. It's just a little creepy.
Yeah, I've heard about technology like this before, that it monitors basically attention of the driver and doesn't actually take video recordings of the individual. So I'm with you. It's still weird. I don't know how you get around just that weirdness factor of being observed while you're in the car.
I kind of would wish there was a way to order a Tesla without the camera in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of,
but I mean, there's also been questions raised about just the cameras on the outside of Teslas. I don't know, anywhere you have a camera, right? So is every location that I drive being recorded, and are the buildings or the
anything
parks, or the people that I see being recorded,
for a Tesla taxi, or I could see it a utilization for that in terms of recording what's happening. And I can understand how they're using the data to improve the safety of the driver and also, improving the inside. I get it. It's just kind of creepy.
Yeah. Yep. But it's also something that I feel like most first world citizens have come to just accept that there are pretty much cameras everywhere. And
I don't know if we're totally there.
Cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see a little bit more detail here. When enabled, cabin camera data will be shared with Tesla if the vehicle experiences a safety critical event like a collision, and it's just sharing analytics from your vehicle. So,
okay.
Yeah, so you can read more there. We have just a interesting historical fact from Massimo that Leibniz's most famous notations are his integral sign, which is the long S for summa, and D, here summarized in the margin for the first time in 1675. So just some of Leibniz's notes here.
Elon liked it.
Leibniz was one of the dual creators of calculus, right?
Interesting.
Yeah. We already covered this. He just liked
we'll go past that. Here's what I said. Mark Andreessen, who is the big venture capitalist, probably the biggest venture capitalist in Silicon Valley, and also the initial coder and designer of the Mosaic / Netscape browser. He basically invented the internet as we know it in terms of a GUI or graphical interface. But anyway, he's a big nuclear supporter, apparently. Nuclear supporter here.
Yeah. Just says build nuclear.
Yes.
And references Elon's tweet from earlier.
Yeah. So it's good.
Yeah.
Growing Silicon Valley consensus.
Yep. Here we have Dave Scott enjoys the view from the open hatch of Apollo 9. So another historical fact here. Just a cool picture observing the Earth from outer space. Pretty crazy. March 6, 1969.
Yeah. I actually didn't know that they opened the hatch or exited the Apollo ships. I thought they were just in there.
It's just kind of hanging out of the sunroof.
Yeah. It's just kind of wild. I know.
Very wild.
Exiting looking up from a submarine or something. Checking out.
Yeah, exactly. Just a really cool shot though. I wonder which camera is taking this. Just an external camera, or if it was someone else poking out as well.
You're right. Excellent, high quality picture.
Cool shot.
Here we have Elon Huss. I don't know if it's a play on Elon Musk, but Elon Huss finally picked up my Model 4 after 4.5 months of waiting. Drove 99 miles from Tesla Service Center to home in upstate New York. Great build quality and loved the car, unlike anything else I have ever owned. Thanks, Tesla team. So a little like from Elon about another satisfied customer.
Yeah.
So
it's just seemingly just a customer, and he says he's a long-term investor as well.
Pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Hey, not bad, man. That'll make your day right there.
Not bad.
We got some video here of Elon at that initial Giga Berlin festival. It says, we have known since, it's from Gigafactory Berlin Brandenburg, their account, and it says, translated here, we have known since October 9th, 2021 that Elon not only builds good cars, but also speaks fantastic German. And this is just him on a stage speaking in some German to the crowd here.
Yes.
And not sure
from
exactly
his notes phonetically. Yes.
Yeah.
The Pope of Muscanity. I love that name. It's added. Okay. I haven't seen this one yet. So he's commenting on the radiation here. So this is just continuation. So Elon liked his post here that says it's added radiation. But let's face it, radiation is everywhere around you. Radio waves, cosmic X-rays, microwaves, infrared, it's everywhere. He's saying that it's just part of life. That is true. I don't know. There's certain levels of radiation that you can't be around, but it is around you everywhere.
Yeah. And then saying that oil, gas, and coal represent a higher radioactive risk than nuclear does and kills way more people through air pollution. Replacing those with nuclear power lowers the total radiation exposure of the population.
That is true. That is true.
So going back to the fact checking, I think this is where I was earlier when there was a lot of back and forth about, how what's the word I'm looking for? Like fact-based these tweets are. And
yes, I mean,
Great place to
It's
start
like
for.
there's radiation and there's radiation. It matters what the level of radiation was from a spill. I believe normally, yes, it's very safe, but if there's a spill, then or a leak, that's not good.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got? We have and then one other comment on radiation. If humans knew how radioactive a nuclear power plant is compared to a fellow human, they'd never sit next to people again. Haha. Okay, that's sort of ridiculous. But anyway.
Wow. Okay. So so he liked this one too.
Yeah, he liked it.
Okay.
I think it was just being funny.
Yeah.
All right. So what we got with what's up here with the
we got Falcon Heavy being assembled. Little fast forward through this. Yeah, pretty epic. It's kind of cool just to pause and see how small people are, but it's like lifting the whole Falcon Heavy onto its like vertical stand.
And they get this special machines for it. The I wonder it's crazy, that huge thing. How often is the Falcon Heavy launched compared to just the Falcons? I don't know how often they use it.
Yeah, I don't know either. There was some commentary below about why it hasn't been launched very much. It's currently scheduled to launch no earlier than May.
You don't hear about it too much.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be the main one, I thought, but but that's how they bring the astronauts up in the Falcon Heavy, right? I think so. Maybe not.
I don't know about that. I mean, I think they're in the Dragon capsule, right? And
they're in a Dragon capsule.
But I don't know that they're launching with the Heavy, are they?
Oh, maybe I'm mistaken.
I don't know. But this guy says Super Heavy. William Robinson says Super Heavy is for super heavy stuff, like extra large satellites and other various things. And so it's here you go. We got Glitchbot says, what happened to Falcon Heavy? Was the nose cone fairing a bottleneck since it's the same volume as Falcon 9? And then Nuwoon Lucas says, no, although the fairing does limit some payloads, the main reason why we haven't seen a lot of Falcon Heavy launches is payload delays. Mission, which were scheduled to launch in 2020, have been delayed to this year. This is at least one launch, which will happen for sure. Wow. Hopefully didn't jinx that there. All right, so we got back to the Japanese language tweet that Elon sent out, and Dusk69 Dogecoin says, I think this is the real translation. A real friend is one who walks in when the rest of the world walks out. And Elon liked that, saying that's really what we're going for here.
Yeah.
And also related is this one: a true friend is the one who walks in and comes to you when the world is pulling away.
Yeah.
I guess Lex also commented on this, which seems, wait a sec. This is
he's from you are my favorite hello and my heart is goodbye. So, but Jim was just guessing.
And then Tim Urban commented,
of course, I still love you, with the name of the drone ship.
Drone ship, yeah.
All
right, well, we'll see how that plays out.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
And so then last couple here, we got, go ahead with this.
Yeah, we got the whole Mars catalog saying today I was in the whole Mars catalog. He always reports on his drives. He records his drives and posts on YouTube about where he goes with his full self-driving. Today I was driving from the East Bay to San Francisco, about a 45-minute drive. I turned on full self-driving and the car whipped around through all these random streets, got on the freeway, crossed the Bay Bridge, and then navigated to San Francisco to get me home. And then it parked itself. So he's just saying how it's just a great play, but I don't know why it says to Lucid headquarters. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. I'm not sure what's going on there. Lots of discussion about Lucid on the Twitter.
Yeah, he's saying he did it all without LiDAR. Yeah, he's just going on and saying how amazing it is. So another excellent drive, and he's saying how the world will have more robots. So always but he Elon liked it.
Yeah, he is taking a realistic view here, though, when he says at the same time, there's clearly an immense amount of work to do. We're in this weird dichotomy where the software is incredible, but it also still kind of sucks. but even the people who complain are using it when nobody's making them. So think about that.
That's true.
Things are about to get pretty wild pretty quick. Autonomous cars are just one part of it.
It's an iteration.
So what do you think? You think things are getting weird really quick, or moving at the same pace that they always have?
I think
the weirdness is just always been
I think things are getting really weird really quick, but no one realizes it. It's, you know, the old saying of a change happens very slowly and then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So I think we're entering that stage that it's going to be a lot of all the suddens. I mean, you and I are big believers in the exponential change and sort of ARC's philosophy that there are 5 or 6 main technologies that are not only exponentially expanding, that are world changing, but they're reading across each other. So it's things are going to get change is going to happen very fast and sort of all at once. That's what I believe, that the second half of this decade is going to see bigger change than we saw in the second half of the 20th century. So
wow,
we'll see what happens.
And you think the second half of the decade will look significantly different than the first half or the previous decade? Yeah.
Yes. And I feel there's a lot of uneasiness in the world that, you know, not just in general, not talking about just wars, but a lot of uneasiness in the world. And I think it's the unsettling feeling that things are changing, which makes people uncomfortable. And it's true living incarnation of future shock, which was forecasted 50 years ago.
Yeah. Well, it's daunting but exciting at the same time. And I think you know, the more that you embrace it and take the optimistic viewpoint, the better you can adapt and utilize these technologies to improve your life and the lives of those around you. So I'm more on that track, hopeful, excited, but no, it's hard to keep up. So do our best.
That's right.
All right. Well, that'll wrap it up for today. That catches us up on the tweets and the likes of everything that Elon said. Still waiting for the next interview. We'll see when that comes. But
yeah, he's been a little busy lately, I think. So
yeah. Hopefully you liked the video and would appreciate a like and subscribe. And of course, we'll put any of the articles that we referenced in our discussion today in the details in the description below. So thanks. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.